A historic transition is underway in Washington. Donald Trump is set to retake the Oval Office in 2025. But what does this dramatic shift from Biden's policies to Trump's America First agenda really mean for the country? Let's break it down with insights from top experts and trusted sources. Welcome back to Up to Date Insider, where we analyze the biggest stories shaping the world. Today we are diving into the Biden to Trump transition and what it could mean for America's future. In this video, we'll discuss the key domestic policies Trump could change, how his foreign policy approach might shift global alliances, the challenges he is likely to face during this transition, and what this all means for voters heading into 2025. If you're ready to explore this monumental political shift, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights. First, let's talk about domestic policy. Trump has already hinted at reversing several Biden-era policies. Number 1 is tax cuts. According to a Bloomberg report, Trump's focus on corporate tax reductions is likely to return. In his first term, he implemented the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which reduced the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%. This move, while boosting business profits, also faced criticism for increasing the national deficit. Number 2 is immigration policy. Trump's strict border policies are expected to make a comeback. As the Washington Post highlights, he has pledged to finish the border wall and implement stricter asylum rules, which would roll back Biden's more lenient immigration measures. Number 3, energy policy. Biden's climate agenda, like the Inflation Reduction Act, may face significant setbacks. Reuters reports that Trump plans to expand fossil fuel production, reversing investments in renewable energy. Now, let's shift to foreign policy. The Biden administration prioritized rebuilding alliances and rejoining global agreements, like the Paris Climate Accord. However, Trump's return signals a sharp pivot. Number 1, America First Doctrine. As Politico explains, Trump's foreign policy will likely emphasize reducing U.S. involvement in international agreements and focusing on trade deals that prioritize American jobs and industries. Number 2, China relations. Tensions with China are expected to rise again. CNBC reports that Trump may reinstate tariffs on Chinese imports, continuing his economic battle with Beijing. Number 3, NATO contributions. In his first term, Trump criticized NATO allies for not meeting their financial commitments. A BBC analysis suggests he may push for further reforms in NATO funding, potentially straining US-European relations. But this transition won't be smooth. Opposition from Biden's base and key Democratic leaders is already forming. Number 1, legislative gridlock. A report from The Hill predicts that a divided Congress could block Trump's major policy proposals, particularly on healthcare and climate. Number 2, public polarization. According to a Pew Research Center study, the nation is more politically divided than ever, with only 42% of Americans supporting Trump's policies. This polarization could complicate bipartisan efforts to address pressing issues like inflation and infrastructure. Finally, let's discuss what this means for voters and the broader political landscape. Number 1, economic impact. Trump's tax cuts and deregulation policies could boost businesses but risk widening wealth inequality, as analyzed by the Brookings Institution. Number 2, social issues. On issues like healthcare and abortion, Trump's administration is likely to clash with progressive states. For example, a New York Times report highlights how Trump's appointments to the Supreme Court could lead to more conservative rulings in the coming years. The transition from Biden to Trump is more than just a change in relationship. It's a clash of ideologies that will redefine America's path forward. What do you think this shift means for the US? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more political insights. Thanks for watching.